We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. So, Elon Musk has got crypto going on the upside. Let me explain. The administration has one main avenue to both create economic growth and fix this awful perception problem that they've got as a result of this controversy over jobs and visas and related comments, along with right-wing Twitter accounts somehow, some way getting shut off. Now, that situation is switching from a political dialogue to an economic dialogue because it's showing up on the charts of Tesla, right? Bitcoin, altcoins, Cardano, XRP. Wait, isn't Cardano, XRP, Algorand, aren't they the made in America cryptos? Exactly. The administration will be bull posting crypto for 2 months. My guess is we start with Web3. We start with the thing that either nobody likes, nobody owns, or everybody sold out of in December, the same way everybody sold out of altcoins right before the election. Yes, you are hearing that correctly. We are doing the election trade again. And what's unbelievable is, and you can tell by looking at the price action, no one believes it. Like, this is unbelievable. Like the dawn of the new age squared, not part two, squared, right? The election was one jump. And now they're so behind the eight ball on, I don't know, anybody in the MAGA demographic because people are really upset. Some people can't find a job to apply to. Some people, like Bernie Sanders, okay, are getting a measure of payback, right? Bernie Sanders was against all these things for years, right? Bernie Sanders himself was suppressed and sent to the back of the bus by his own party. Guess what? He's got something to say and nothing to lose. Okay. So if Bernie is on their case about this thing with the visas, and I don't know if they have a way to back themselves out of it, they have to change the subject. And if you look at the prices of what's going on, you look at the XRP rally, you look at the Cardano rally, this is happening. This is happening just as sure as God made little apples. And nobody gets how vertical this can be. One of the big reasons is because prior to the, over Christmas, that suppression rally, the suppression decline in altcoins could have been large players indiscriminately shorting the market, afraid of, or trying to push the market down, afraid of BlackRock, Michael Saylor, and all this, insane amount of Bitcoin that has to get bought. If big players are short altcoins and hedge funds are caught underinvested, you could have alt season for a week or two, or you could have sectors popping off one at a time, which is more likely. That is the new alt season. Okay, so we got the news, we got the charts, we got the PowerPoint. We're going to do live TA, Ski Mask Dog coming up. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's welcome who's here. We have David, Carmenko, Katya, Brandon, Arrow, Alexandra coming in from Europe. Welcome. Jav, Adrian, Clint, Edgar, welcome. We have Gavin, Seth, and Rickard, right? Simpy 101, Aramdam, good morning. Are we expecting alt season soon? Dude, we're expecting Web3 season. That's the better way to look at it. Everyone dreams of all altcoins levitating at once like 2021. You may see some of that, but it's going to be sector by sector, right? Lee is here, right? Jason is like, yeah, there's, we have social disorder going on. LA 13, Jason, Kevin, Warmon, Miguel, Old Smoky, Zoe, and last name Lopez. Hello, welcome. Okay. Now, you also have a lot of political unrest. Somebody's talking about something going on this morning. I don't have that news, but if anybody knows about any developments, please let me know in the chat. In the meantime, let's get straight to economics and news. The move in the 10-year yield in China is troubling. They have serious problems over there. Bond yields don't dive off a cliff unless things are really, really, really bad. Okay? This is long-term interest rates in China headed for zero. Okay? Now, you have real estate debt. You have all kinds of problems over there. And all you need to know as a crypto person is they're going to have to print. They're going to have to print so massively. They may have to put like most of the stock market and all of the commercial real estate on their balance sheet. Like they haven't done anything like this. The Bank of Japan did it. We had to do it. Now they have to do it. Right. And this is with the Bitcoin ETF and Hong Kong becoming a crypto hub. Like when they start to print, that's going to be unbelievable. And this is not priced in at all. At all. Like not at all. Not to mention Chinese government doesn't own any Bitcoin. They've been buying gold and gold should do well unless they have to start selling it. I don't think that's going to be the case. But this is not a nothing burger. This is something, right? Now, Twitter just keeps going on and on and on and on. So Elon is no longer on Team USA, according to this post. Let me give this guy a follow. You have a lot of people from the American right and the American left. Bernie Sanders used to scare everybody. Oh my God, Bernie's a socialist. Bernie is so left wing. If we elect him, oh my God. Guess what? Bernie could be Orange Man 2.0. The Orange Man better get together with the billionaires. The billionaires saved him from a lot of trouble. I get it. But that doesn't mean he's going to get a pass on this thing with the visa. They're not. This is not going to go away. Elon's trying to change the subject. Tesla stock is crashing. It's not going away. So how do you make it go away? Well, let's talk about that. The first thing you do is you get on Twitter and you get Eric Trump, right? A very intelligent, very well-spoken son of the Orange Man, together with the other Orange Man for a little photo op, right? A little hello, like, I'm screaming this. And then you get Bobby Kennedy, the original Bitcoin bull poster who understood how to back treasuries and the dollar with Bitcoin. He had a really elaborate plan. This is where the Orange Man got it from. Bobby was going to do a speech at Consensus in April, and Trump's people got him out ahead of that, right? By, saying, hey, I'm super pro crypto, right before Bobby did. Now, they all wound up making nice over healthcare in the end, but it's amazing how this old video resurfaced today on Cointelegraph. Gee, I wonder how that happened, right? They have to bull post crypto for months, not days, months, because this thing with the Visa and Bernie is not going away. They not only need a crypto rally, they need a spectacular crypto rally. Okay. Last time it was fun. It was like, hey, look, we get more popular as this goes up. Wow, this is great. Right now it's like, oh my goodness, right? Our base is upset, right? Like this is the Trump base, right? You cannot have the base mad going into big celebrations and arenas. No, not happening. We'll go over Tesla's chart in a minute. Breaking, I can confirm that 13 states are working on a strategic Bitcoin reserve legislation. January is going to be record-breaking policy for Bitcoin. And you know what? I don't think Bitcoin looks that great in January. I think the Bitcoin rally could be after the inauguration, right? Everyone's talking and looking at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin could go up. That's nice. But as you can see, XRP got started because that's made in America. Cardano followed. All you had to have was one tweet from Charles Hoskinson, boom, 12% up, right? And it doesn't matter whether you like these coins or you don't like these coins, or whether they have good stuff running on them. They may have good stuff running on them one day soon. And again, they're made in America. So they got to get everybody made in America out front now. Charles Hoskinson gets PR. Ripple is next. Vitalik was criticizing Elon Musk, even though he's not made in America. Oh, so this is why he's banning everybody. Whoops. Tesla stock falls out of bed. This is not going anywhere. This is probably over short term, but may not be over long term, right? This whole Silicon Valley labor practice thing, it could be ending. And if it doesn't, then they're just going to have to bull pulse crypto even more. Look at this. Look at this. This is unbelievable. The share of 30-year-olds who are actually living an adult life has collapsed over the last 4 years. 1983, 80% of 30-year-olds married. All I wanted to do in 1987 was do schoolwork so I could get to Wall Street, so I could get a job, so I could live the American dream. Now you got 40% married, 60% living on their own. Okay? 80% were living on their own before. They live with a child, 30%, own a home, 30%. Like, these are the people that voted for the orange man, and these are the people who can see crypto as a way out. By the way, as a side note, not necessarily related to this, but Bank of America released a report this morning. I don't want to send out the graph for copyright purposes, but the dollar is as overvalued as it's ever been, according to their mathematics. Is it that foreign labor is too cheap? Or is it that there's a problem with the currency, right? The US dollar buys too many Indian rupees. Too many. The value of the dollar has to go down, or these people will never get out of their parents' basement. So the value of the dollar can go down versus the euro, the yen, the Swiss franc, or Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, Cardano, blah, 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 blah. XRP flips Charles Schwab. What does that mean? Well, nothing. Nothing, right? This is a monetary system. This is basically a broker-dealer. Okay. Now, it does draw attention as to what XRP market cap should be. Should XRP market cap be $130 billion, or should XRP market cap be the same as Ethereum? Right? I mean, Ethereum is a form of money. XRP is a form of money. Transaction volume on Ethereum is, I don't know, minimal. Transaction on XRP's network is, I don't know, right now as a minimal. So this is made in America, and this is fast, and they solve a problem for banks. They make cross-border transactions cheaper, right? Now, there's all kinds of legacy jargon about what that means, but this draws attention to XRP, right? And, you can look at any YouTube video about XRP and you can see that it has twice as many views as anything else. These people are insane, and they're not selling. They're not selling. Bitcoin, just hodl it, right? I remember this just hodl it from 2018. It was one of the first things I saw when I walked into what was called Crypto IQ at the time, a research house run by Charlie Shrem. When Bitcoin was wild and it was crashing in 2018, just hodl, right? Cardano founder says a lot of upcoming political meetings. We're sending 10 people to the inauguration. They'll have a chance to meet the cabinet. Then we set up the Senate side for a crypto hearing, talk to David Sachs and Bo Hines. Guess what, folks? Guess what? Cardano's getting PR. XRP is getting PR. Is this a coincidence that all this stuff gets trotted out now? It's like, oh my God, get the crypto people on the tape right now. And even if this is a coincidence, it doesn't matter. The market is paying attention, mostly a little, right? You get these 10% pops in things and people go, oh, gee, that's nice. Meanwhile, they spent the entire month of December destroying this market. Why did that happen again? So now you've got this huge political catalyst again. And Bitcoin, the Genesis block, right? So you have more media attention for crypto as the day when Bitcoin started. And laughably, okay, here is the Financial Times, right? Crypto industry dreams of a golden era under the Orange Man, right? Oh, gee. Legacy just figuring out with this huge article that crypto may be, the Orange Man may be good for crypto. Look at this article, right? I mean, they're just figuring it out now in Legacy. They're just figuring it out. Meanwhile, back at the congressional ranch, Congress has now got crypto money behind it. So, this thing where congressmen kind of, they do what their donors like. Yeah, well, now their donors are pro crypto. So they're not going to have any trouble going along with, whatever the administration wants to do. They're going to want to attach their name to it. They want to make their donors happy. They want to get the 30-year-olds out of their basement because, again, 30-year-olds in their basement is a national security issue because of lack of population growth, right? The birth rate. They got to get these guys out of their basement. Even Elon has said that. And they're going to need to change. They need to change the subject, and they need to have that subject be crypto, right? Artificial intelligence and boosting that. Guess what? You're not going to boost it with a whole bunch of cheap labor. I mean, you might, but that's going to have political consequences because that can be scrutinized publicly. So they're like, well, we want AI and crypto to be leaders. Okay, I got it. You may have to let a lot of people into the country to do that. I got that. But what's the path of least resistance? Like, what's the deal that they can make now? Oh, gee, we just got to buy a little Bitcoin, or we got to bull post crypto, or we got to wear an orange necktie, or whatever they got to do. They're doing it. And the market knows it. The market's figuring this out. Crypto.com launches zero commission stock ETF trade in U.S. expansion. Okay, so always be leery of zero commission trading. I know it's for stocks, not crypto. If you have zero commissions, it means you have algorithms taking advantage of your orders. Okay, algorithms are a big part of cryptos. Machines were the ones, I think, that suppressed the market and just, destroyed everyone's holiday. Right? They just hit you below the belt, and now they're going to take it up, and they made you hesitant. They made the whole market hesitant because you can tell, right? And all you need is the Orange Man to say one thing, right? They're probably patiently waiting. They're doing this the right way. They're letting it out slowly. They're not panicking, even though they probably are. They don't look like they're panicking. They're just sending it out slowly. Okay, Ski Dog is back. Ski Mask Dog, right? After running the stops 1, 2, 3, 4 times, right? This is what they do. They get you out. And then after they get you out, they get you not believing in the bullish catalysts. You don't believe it, right? It's like, oh, yeah, this is not a catalyst. No, bro, this is a catalyst. Okay. Again, it's less political, and it's on the charts now. If we just rip through this quick, right? Tesla monthly. Looky what we have here. We have a blow off top to $500, which was a big dotted DeMark line. So the top was actually in 2021, and this was essentially your blow off top, right? Wave 5 got the new high. DeMark work saying, okay, that's enough. Nice $500 milestone. So this is what they've done to Tesla on a tactical level since Elon just, can't put his phone down, right? 480 to 380. Whoop, 30% markdown. This speaks volumes, right? Mr. Market will tell these billionaires what they should and should not say, and what they should and should not do, or what they can and cannot do. Now, most likely, it's just going to make it more difficult for all these Silicon Valley companies to continue doing what they've been doing. And I'm sure they'll figure out a way around that because the Orange Man is surrounded by billionaires. So the American right and the American left will likely unite. And again, the only way to change the subject is to not bull post crypto once, is to keep bull posting and bull posting and bull posting and keep it moving and keep it moving and keep it moving. Because if Bitcoin is at 150 and ETH is at 5,000, no one's going to be talking about what Visa. No one's going to be talking about that because Bitcoin at 150 and ETH at 5 or 6,000 gets everything moving. Everything. Memes. Everyone's talking about AI agents. They should have been talking about Web3 on day one. You know, they still have you looking at the old trades. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with AI agents. There actually isn't. But the fact that everybody was fixated on that is the same reason everyone was fixated on Bonk and, Chill Guy and GigaChad and all that stuff. Whales dumped on you. Meanwhile, no one's long Web3. If anything, they're short it. And, Charles Hoskins just told you, we're meeting with everybody. We're sending 10 people to the inauguration to talk about what? To talk about what? Probably to talk about what can we build on Cardano. That's the new conversation. Like, what can we build right now? It's not just hodl, it's buildle, right? Build something. Now, Solana has a lot of resistance between 211 and 230. If Solana takes out 230, there's nobody home. Okay. If AI agents are telling you anything, they're going to start an ICO boom on either Solana or Base or both. Right. So Solana takes out 230, it's game on. There is resistance. Now, ETH, a totally different story. Like the DeMark work in ETH is not great. It's not perfect. All right. But you do have a head and shoulders bottom, a very clear one. It's not perfect, but those are the best ones. You have an upward sloping neckline, which can be very powerful. And if this thing breaks out, it can go to 6K. You have an accumulation cone and a head and shoulders bottom. And this is the laggard. If the laggard can do this, like Cardano, like first it invalidates a bearish formation. And of course, what happens when you invalidate a bearish formation? You go up 10%, right? Because they got it on the news. They know exactly where this chart is. Boom. Boom. Now, maybe the news wasn't coordinated with the chart, but yeah, somebody I know says, I'll show you the chart and I'll also show you the news, right? Cardano's next Lux algo point is $1.73 up here or $1.30, which might be a new high. Also note that Cardano 3 days ago was at equilibrium and no one was interested for 15 days. I mean, no one wants it at, it's great at $1.20. No one wanted it at, 85 cents, but now at $1.09, it's much more attractive. You understand what I'm saying? I make these kind of jokes because no one wants it when it's down. Everyone gets depressed. Like we're the ones in crypto. We should be like, oh my God, look at these fools selling. We should be buying everything. That's hard. That's not that easy, by the way, especially when they drop it down there for 15 days. I mean, look at this wick. I mean, does that scare you? Yeah, that'll scare you. You drop it with the wick and then leave it there for 15 days. In bull markets, you earn your money. Now, XRP, to me, this feels kind of easy. Right? I mean, $3 is an upside target. Jan 6 is an anniversary, but it's also the anniversary of the last time XRP was at $3. And of course, that's going to be all over the crypto news. The other thing that occurred on that date, which I don't even want to mention, that's one thing. The last thing they ever want is unhappy people at an inauguration. That's the last thing they ever want, right? They want happiness, everybody smiling, right? That means they got to bull post it before, during, and after. XRP at $3. I don't know. It feels like a given, and $3 feels way too low. It just feels way too low because the XRP army is out there. They're not selling, and I don't think institutions are invested. This says nothing about an ETF. Doge. Okay, so you want to know what Elon's way out? Doge. That's Elon's way out. Right. Doge has to become the official currency of X. You have to be able to buy a Tesla with either Doge or Bitcoin. The only way Elon is going to be able to change the subject is with Doge. Period. End of story. And if he doesn't do it, he could wind up being fired. Right. In other words, the orange man's going to say, you know what, bro, you wrote $100 million check, but if you don't shut up, I'm going to have to get someone else to run this Department of Government Efficiency. Bernie winds up running it. I mean, those people that I showed you, they're not going to shut up. A lot of those people on the American right were not happy about the type of folks that, the orange man was surrounded by. He was surrounded by Silicon Valley and like pro-war billionaires. Right now, the orange man had to do what he had to do to win the election. But now it's like, the base, particularly the guys that stuck up for him when he was down, they're going to get loud. And this is the only way out. This is the only way out. ETH versus Bitcoin. Okay. So ETH not doing much lately. ETH not doing anything versus Bitcoin. ETH destroyed versus Bitcoin. And what happens if you have Web3, DeFi, whatever, and this wakes up? Like, this is the thing I've been saying about ETH, because that's really the only thing there is to say about ETH. What happens if ETH wakes up? What happens if you have ETH, Solana, XRP, and Cardano? Just from a market cap point of view, you could have dramatic crypto market cap expansion. We're comparing XRP to Charles Schwab. We should be comparing like total crypto market cap or Bitcoin market cap to like the market cap of the Magnificent Seven. Like, you're talking about like, 15, 16, $20 trillion. And ETH is just, left there. Polkadot, interoperability, connecting blockchains, connecting everything, connecting anything, right? Polkadot is money used to buy software, right? That's what getting on the Polkadot network is. BlackRock could use this. Chainlink is going to connect everything. No one interested. Like, goes all the way up, retraces 62%, everybody out, negative. And again, here's ski mask, right? Everybody out, 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 out. And then they take it up after everyone was out. They also did it in antivirus, right? Which is back to a small degree. Okay. Let's see who's here. Okay. Zoe, good morning. Kadam, good morning from Europe. Neff, Zoe, Chris, Crypto Scam, Lisa, welcome. Welcome to the show. Okay, just as a point of information, next week, shows will be at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern time. We'll clarify the time. I think it's 8 p.m. We'll check it out. JJ, good morning. Okay, let's go to live TA. Okay, so we have Bank of America news out this morning on the dollar. Okay. And very interestingly, they were taking the dollar up yesterday. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. Like, new high, 109. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Like, this is the problem. This is the problem, right? The dollar is too strong. Now, admittedly, to be honest, this could be because of what's going on in China, right? I mean, in other words, in China, you don't care if the dollar's overvalued if you're worried about what's going on with that currency. But as you can see on the board here, right? Like, we start looking at sectors. Like, this is how you have to look at the market now. Sectors, real world assets. Oh, wait, it's been rallying. I missed out. Oh, wait, no, I haven't missed anything. It just started, right? Comes back down. I don't know. They got a token unlock maybe. Comes down to a prior high, bounces. Pretty simple, I think. Okay, I think. Let's go to Arrow. Okay, so Arrow's a little weird, right? It was in this accumulation cone and then it broke down. If you go to DeMark work on Arrow, okay. So Arrow found support at $1.20, and now the issue with most of crypto is, can you take out these big moving averages? Right? Can you take out the big moving averages? And with Bitcoin, if I go over here to Bitcoin, right? So this is a daily chart of Bitcoin. note that, all the way up, it had a lot of difficulty staying below these DeMarc moving averages until, of course, they had to smack the market over Christmas. Now it's recovering nicely. And it pops down to the moving average and it comes right back because they know where these things are. At least the machines do, right? Because these are quantitative in nature. Okay. Algorand, right? You think it's going to go down, start a downtrend, moving averages hold perfectly. Boom. Right? This is not going to stop. This is absolutely positively not going to stop. Now, here's a funny chart. So in the world of AI agents, it's funny that no one's interested in GOAT. It's kind of funny, right? Everyone's interested in the new stuff. And I understand this thing trades at 500 million and has probably been distributed on centralized exchanges. It's just interesting that no one is interested. So this is telling you that the AI agent sector, it all didn't go up. Like everyone's like, oh my God, when's alt season? Only a component of AI agents went up. Only a component. So one of the things that you may see this morning at 5 billion in market cap is you may see virtual come off, right? Here's a 4-hour chart. Okay. This looks an awful lot like late stage retail buying, right? Went up to $5 and 5 billion and then it comes off, or maybe it stabilizes and turns around and goes back up, but you haven't missed anything and the market is giving you dips. So like, say you're like, oh man, I got to get in on virtual, right? So you can get in on virtual at the 38% retracement of that last leg up, right at around just below $4 if you get there. If you get there, right? The market is not all going up at once. It's not. Okay. Total altcoin market cap. So remember how I was talking about XRP, right? This is total crypto market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, what do we notice? Okay. Support is right around 1T. Okay. So NVIDIA is worth, I don't know, 3T. All these tech companies that are all now getting the Bernie Sanders stink eye are worth 3 trillion or more. Altcoins are only worth 1 trillion. Interesting. And they're on support. And, you don't think you could add $400 billion to this market cap and take it up here? Sure you can. Sure you can. XRP, too cheap. Solana, everyone gave up. Cardano, disbelief. Algorand, Hedera, Avalanche, headquartered in Brooklyn. That no one's talking about that. No one. Right? And not to mention, again, layer ones that can come out of nowhere. Like here's the Avalanche coming out of nowhere, right? Up only 3 days in a row. You think I'm the only one that knows that the Avalanche is headquartered in Brooklyn? I don't think so. I don't think so. Right? Optimism. But so for anybody, well, let's go to Curve because I was looking at this Curve yesterday, right? For anybody who's doing base, there's a couple different ways ETH can wake up, right? You can have ETH, I don't know, can we call them, like dApps or like things that run on ETH or things associated with ETH start moving? Like, look at this curve breakout at the apex of a Lux Algo triangle. It doesn't get any more bullish than that. It really doesn't. And look at Stellar, right? Stellar pops 20%, gets the resistance, but they're still eking out green candles. Like, I don't know if this is the massive buy this morning up as much as it is, but they're still eking out green candles. Hedera climbing back into one of these Lux algo formations. I mean, how many times did we see this way back on the election? And again, they can't sell fast enough. You can feel it, right? You get these intraday dips, the thing jumps up, and then they sell. And I'm like, what are you guys doing? This is crazy. They think it's not happening. It's happening, right? I understand the wealth creating effects of the AI agents and the meme coins is really hard to resist, but it's happening, right? In other words, if you look, like, let's have a laugh and go to meme coins and see what's going on in meme coins. So I'm sure at one point this year, here's what's funny. I'm sure at one point this year, people were like, I'm really interested in Bonk. And then Bonk gets distributed to retail, but look what happens. I'm going to say something shocking. What is going to happen when the normies figure out that they're bull posting crypto and all these Coinbase accounts, they sold over the top and, the retail buys, institutions sell, the market falls out of bed for a month. Everyone stops paying attention and it hits support. And look where the top of these accumulation cones are. Like the cat coins. It's the same thing, right? Not the same thing, but you're breaking out of a downward sloping formation. And nobody interested in Solana. Amazing. Like there's resistance in DeMark work around 230. And it's the same thing in Lux Algo, right? You got prior highs here. But it just bounced off this. I mean, this is the value of Lux Algo, right? And then look at Solana, right? Everybody puking it in December. Big mistake, right? They loved it at 260, but they hated it at 180. And now I'm scared to buy it at 216. Crazy banana pants. Crazy. Bitcoin dominance. Oh my God, look at this. It's like a reverse cone. Right? Bitcoin dominance gets to the top here, and Bitcoin dominance is currently at 57, and much to the chagrin of Benjamin Cohn, who thinks Bitcoin dominance should be at 100, it's going to 52, right? How does it get there, right? Total 3, Bitcoin dominance, same Lux algo look, totally different charts, totally, right? And DGen, right, which has its problems, right? If DGen starts making starts punching back into this cone, DGen can do better. And I still think, and I was looking at an agent yesterday that was issued on Warpcast, like decentralized social media. Do you think we need decentralized social media after all of these characters got shut off? I mean, it's unbelievable. Like these people got, like Fuentes didn't get shut off. But there's a lot of people in here that got turned off. Like, that's outrageous. That is outrageous. Free speech online. Censorship was the empire's last gasp. Which empire? Let me tell you which empire. Web 2. Now we're coming into the greatest era of liberty in 100 years. Yeah, because you're going to have a choice. Because as Bobby Kennedy said in this speech, fix the money, fix the world. Like Bitcoin standard stuff, right? Fix the money, fix the world. And now tell me XRP at 138 billion is somehow expensive, particularly with this chart of total 3, which frankly could be driven by XRP, right? Like, honestly, everyone did all the bull posting on XRP when XRP was, in the middle of a legal battle. You bull post XRP when total 3 is on support, resistance is $400 billion away, and it's a question of time before Garlinghouse is seen at the White House, along with Michael Saylor and everybody else. The orange man says XRP once, you're at $5. If that comes out of his mouth once, XRP is at $5. And can you imagine what the rest of the market looks like? I mean, it's like fill in the blank. What does the market look like if fill in the blank breaks out? XRP, Ethereum, right? Solana. I mean, is this, do you have to be a crypto rocket science to understand this? I don't think so. I don't think so. And again, I don't have a picture of Hong Kong today, but this is the Chinese 10-year note yield. So the only reason anyone's buying the dollar is because they're afraid of this. But the dollar can eventually turn around. And if it doesn't turn around versus fiat, it has to turn around versus crypto. There's no way to lower the value of the dollar except Bitcoin. That's insane. No one is saying that. Like Bank of America says, yeah, the dollar is too expensive. But they don't tell you how the dollar is going to fall in value. They don't tell you that, right? It's unbelievable, right? Oh, fart coin, Pengu. Oh, okay. Let's do some of this. I said this yesterday and I continue to say it. Legacy analysts are all coming back to work tomorrow on Monday, right? No. This can't be right. No, this is not right. Okay, here we go. Yeah, fart coin. Head and shoulders bottom at the top of range. Looks just like ETH. Here's the upside target. See, you can tell by these shows when, you can do like 20 minutes of news and 40 minutes of live TA. This is $2 fart. Because all the legacy analysts bear posted this thing and now they're just going to ram it up in their face. It's that simple. What goes up? What goes up? What they don't like, what they don't own, or what it's hard to buy. That's what goes up in crypto. Right. And so, legacy analysts bull post it. Fart may not be available on all these different exchanges yet. And even if it is, what happens if $2 fart ignites Bonk and other meme coins? Because meme coins are a sector. And if you have sectors popping off one at a time, fart could drive memes next. So everyone bear posted fart. No one wants to own Bonk or Goat. What happens when they don't want to own it? Forget about it. Okay, what else were we looking at? Tremp is moving. Okay. All right, let's get Pengu. Tremp, I got to look at. That sounds really interesting. Okay, which Pengu token is it? Okay, the one with 21 million in liquidity. See what I'm saying? They knew exactly where the 62% retracement of the recent move was in Pengu because it couldn't even get down there. Like they knew it. It was 0.033, right? Let me just tell you something. You are going to make a living because you're making a living now, right? Something goes up, you find it at resistance. If you're not hodling it, you take profits if you're trading. Then you rebuy at the 62% retracement and you just keep doing that until it doesn't work anymore, right? It worked over here. They probably ran the stops through 62%, which is another popular thing they do. Let's see. Yeah, see? Pudgy up 62%. We're on the stops. Boom. This is going to go on all year long. This is the new alt season, right? Grabbing what you can on dips at 62% because the market's going to make you earn it. I know everyone wants 2021 up only for 9 months, dump it on everyone's head and come back in 4 years. That is not how this is going to go. This is not how it's going to go. because the administration needs crypto to go up on an ongoing basis, and the supply of Bitcoin is disappearing. Matter of fact, if you try to find contrarian surprises for 2025, you have to resort to saying things like Michael Saylor will sell, and I don't know, they'll use AI to figure out how to unlock Satoshi's tokens in Bitcoin to increase the supply. Well, Michael Saylor's not going to sell. Why would he sell? He's going to do nothing but buy. He thinks it's going to 13 million. That means he's never going to sell. It's conviction, right? Crow by virtual. Okay, so generally speaking, I think the value may start getting transferred, okay, from virtual to the virtual coins. Now, I'm not up on the fundamentals of all the virtual coins, but a lot of them have lower market caps, right? It's easier for people to buy stuff with 13 million market caps that retrace to the 62% retracement and go straight up. Now, which token makes it, which token doesn't make it, I don't know, but I suspect people are going to have a taste for this stuff that trades between 10 and 20 million, right? I think anything that they're grabbing at the 62% retracement is good. I think that's your technical fundamental analysis. If they're down there on these dips at this level, then it's good. I don't want to say it that way, but you follow what I'm saying. If they're down there, they want it. Horace, good morning. What's going on? Okay. Oh yeah, we want to look at Trump. Because I remember this is listed on Kraken, and it is the way to make fun of Trump. Oh my God, look at this. Uh-oh. Making fun of the orange man is rallying. And that's not good. That's not good. Right? This thing coming off its low, breaking resistance, it could go to 29 cents. Note how this just totally collapsed on the election. Elon really put his foot in his mouth, and he put the orange man in a really bad position. Because I think the orange man would love to come out and say these visas are terrible. But the reality is most likely that with the staff that they're going to need for AI, they may need these people. Now, of course, that doesn't change the fact that certain demographics in America have not been able to get a job, which, you might remember is how Trump probably got elected in 2016. People underestimate this, this underlying discontent, 30-year-olds in their parents' basements. I mean, this is a fact. So I don't know how he alienates. How do you make the billionaires happy and your base at the same time? After Elon just absolutely Hershey kissed the bed. How does that happen? There's only way to do it is crypto. And if this continues to go higher, or you know what? All you need is one guy at this rally the day before the inauguration in the hockey stadium in DC to hold up a sign that says, I need a job, for the left-wing media and the right-wing media to spray that everywhere. I need a job. They're going to need 150K Bitcoin to distract from that, because that's not going away. Because, changing the structural on why do you think the administration has been absolutely not telling the truth about the job picture? Why? Well, it's very simple. Because it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Right? And these are the people that created the landslide for the orange man. Okay, Victor wants to look at the ETH chart. We did that, but we can knock that out easily. You don't have to tell me twice when talking about ETH. Head and shoulders bottom at the bottom of a Lux Algo accumulation cone. And the bottom line is if you take out 4.1, you go to 6.1. And this matches up very well with what we were looking at. We didn't look at total 2, but we're going to look at it because I want to look at it. Oh, look, again, right? Total 2 at the bottom of an accumulation cone, break in a downtrend line, 3 day up. Look, they broke the trend line, came back, retested it. That's tough. Tough to trade that, right? Tough to know what to do. So we're saying that total crypto market cap minus Bitcoin is only worth 1.4 trillion. Back in 2021, it's like, oh, crypto market cap is worth $1 trillion. Now it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's worth $1 trillion. Where's the top of the Lux Algo thing? Yeah, it's up at 2 trillion. So this is 1.4 T. Is Web3 being worth 2T so ridiculous? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because now you got forced buying. Like Michael Saylor. You know who has a problem? Michael Saylor has a problem. Michael Saylor's got a big problem because now he's going to have institutions, states, and the Orange Man bull posting it. You know, I just thought of this. I mean, Michael Saylor should be seen with the Orange Man, but maybe he's too scared to. Maybe he's like, if I go see with the Orange Man, I'm going to wind up paying 150. So I don't know. I don't know what these guys are going to do, but they're going to incessantly bull post it. They're going to incessantly bull post it. Coinbase's stock, they sold relentlessly over Christmas, along with the rest of equities, right? You know, I was very into crypto stocks last year. Crypto stocks are still okay, but I think I'd rather stick with crypto. But like I said, up, everyone in, retest a prior high. It's fine. It's fine. If I got to look at MicroStrategy, okay, so MicroStrategy not doing any big rallies. Okay. You got a gap here. There's two ways to look at MicroStrategy. One, MicroStrategy is expensive relative to the Bitcoin that it holds, or Bitcoin is too cheap. Bitcoin is too cheap. Either MicroStrategy has to come down or Bitcoin has to go up. That's the only way you resolve the discrepancy with MicroStrategy, period. Caspa. Ooh. Caspa popped out of perplexity on a query I did about possible layer ones coming out of nowhere. This was a very big deal at the start of the cycle, right? A very big deal. Okay. A lot of resistance here. Okay. If we look at Caspa on a weekly chart, Caspa has done absolutely nothing. This is on KuCoin. Caspa has done nothing since last year. Nothing. And it's at the bottom end of its range. And I bet Caspa holders are disappointed. That's the recipe for a rally, right? And I understand that's easy for an analyst to say, but okay, ENA. God, look at this, up 15%. See, again, you climb back inside these accumulation cones and boom, $1.57. What's going to stop that? Nothing. Like, I don't even know what it is. As soon as you get back inside these formations, I mean, the reason Lux Algo is because A, a lot of people in crypto have it, but B, it emulates, you know, this emulates what algorithmic based traders look at it, right? Mana from Terminal of Truths. See, this AI agent stuff is tough to sort out. Okay. Because, like, you know, look, you go to the, you know, You go to the you go to the okay. So this has $5.2 million in liquidity. I can't even figure it out. Right. I don't have the contract address. Always feel free to drop that in. And Tia, right? Again, a Coinbase coin that has probably done nothing. Look at how they just completely wiped this out during the month of December. No one wanted it before the election at 4. Everyone loved it at 9. And then anybody who tried to buy the dip got destroyed, right? Like this is the, bull markets, again, like this is so painful, right? Anybody who tried to get involved here got wrecked. Like these moves are huge from 9 to 4. Now it's going to go from 4 back to 9. It went straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. I mean, that's the way it's going to be. Okay. All right. I got to wrap it up there. This administration must embrace crypto. Anybody in the institutional side who has been pressuring altcoins on the downside in an attempt to get Bitcoin is about to get squeezed out in what could be epic fashion. And as soon as they get done getting squeezed out, that's when the bid turns to Bitcoin. That's probably just before or just after the orange man takes his hand off the Bible, because again, they need Bitcoin well over 100 by the time he gets inaugurated. Now, whether the takeoff is now or whether it's closer to the event, I don't know. But I do know that everything else that they're short or don't like or don't want or forgot about, which we detailed in depth, can go up. So have your sectors set up, have a couple coins or a coin in each basket. Don't put everything in one coin, right? Sector rotation and active portfolio management will be a component of what you need to know to be successful in 2025. Feel free to tune in here to see all the moves that you may need to make or some of the moves. Okay, that's it for today. We'll see you